think that's a record. There was almost 1,000 empty spots in the green garage. Last time I was here, I had to park all the way out in the brown lot because both orange and green were full. So I pretty much had my pick of the garage today. So I can actually walk right into the airport. It's nice. Even when I do park here, usually it's all the way up top. So good deal.
Train. Please hold on. This train is departing. The next stop is for T gates. T as in Tango. Please remain on board for domestic baggage claim and ground transportation.
Just went in the Buc-ee's for the first time. Holy crap, that was insane. That was way bigger than I thought it would be. It was worth the stop. I needed the stop. I needed food really bad. It's taking forever to get where I need to go today, like an extra hour probably, so it's a worthy stop. All right, so after way too much driving today, I'm headed to get Whataburger, which I've never had before. I've never had Buc-ee's either, so that was a stop, as we saw earlier, but that was a lot of driving today. It took longer than it should have, so I'm ready to try Whataburger and go to bed and wake up tomorrow to see what the day brings. I don't think I ever really said where I was. I flew into Atlanta today and drove about 3.5 hours down to southern Georgia. I should have flew into Tallahassee, but I wanted 2 direct flights. So here we are in southern Georgia doing some things, and yeah, it's 80 degrees. It was 40 in rain when I left this morning, so it's nice. So yesterday was definitely one of the longer travel days I've had in a minute. I was up at 3 a.m., did a quick workout, had a 7 o'clock flight, got to Atlanta at 9. Getting to the rental car and just the Atlanta airport in general is on its own level. And then drove, it was supposed to take 3.5 hours, but I think it took about 4.5 to probably 5 hours to get down to Valdosta. Now I'm in Thomasville, so I woke up this morning not feeling the best, but we're good. Liquid IV, always solid. 2 of those this morning, and we're good to go. So Thomasville today, Albany next, and then back up to Atlanta this afternoon. That should be a fun drive. So if it all works out, maybe I'll stop at Buc-ee's again on the way back. So yeah, off to go visit a few spots and see how the day goes.
Have a great day.
Don't sit there.
Okay, so I had a detour coming through Thomasville, and I went past this donut shop, so I had to stop. And small little place, and they turned out to be fantastic. That's usually how that goes. The small, just unassuming spots are usually the best. So. right, I am never going to complain about Cleveland traffic. That last part of the drive from the second stop at Buc-ee's to the hotel up here was supposed to take, when I checked it like without traffic, right, it was like 2.5 hours. I don't even know how long it took me. It was like another 45 minutes longer than it should have been. It was just a lot of stop and go. Nothing too bad. Just, I tried going around it because Google recommended it, and I should have just stayed on the highway the whole time. I don't think I came out ahead. I went through downtown Atlanta, which was fine. You know, everything was fine. I got to see lots of parts of the city, but just, I mean, I hit traffic so early and it was just nonstop. So never complaining about Cleveland traffic again. I want to say at one point it was like 40 miles out, but I was still an hour and 20 minutes from the hotel. So yeah, definitely pretty solid. I know it's not the worst that's in the world, but it's definitely up there. So getting settled in for the night. Gonna fall asleep here sooner than later. Hopefully get up tomorrow and go for a run. The baseball stadium isn't too far down the road. And then knock out a little bit of work tomorrow, even though it's Saturday, and then fly home. And well, my flight is at 3:40 tomorrow. So I'm a little afraid of the Atlanta airport, so I'm gonna get there nice and early. Usually at the Cleveland airport, I get there, I try to park a half hour before boarding, and I'm usually good. This one here, I'm gonna try and do about 45 minutes to an hour before boarding. I gotta return the rental car, take the train all the way back over the airport, and do all that. So definitely want to play it safe tomorrow. So nonetheless, I got to see all of Georgia. It was pretty cool. It was a nice drive. Traffic was long, but overall it was still pretty nice to be on some back roads down here. It was nice weather, so still a part of the country that, you know, otherwise I wouldn't have saw. So overall good trip, and we'll see where this takes me next time. Getting to the car run and return here in Atlanta was a trip. That was a trip in its own self. So starting the way back home. Such a big check-in area. My goodness. It's wild. That was my first Delta Sky Club experience, and that made the American Airlines Lounge in Charlotte look weak. So super cool. Glad I could go. I don't fly through Atlanta very often, so yeah. Hopefully I fly through here more, because that was really nice. Cleveland. I was upgraded to first class, if I didn't mention that earlier, but first class on a 22-year-old 717 is okay. I was able to get some video editing done and some photo editing done, so I'm gonna be home just in time for dinner and enjoy the rest of the weekend. What's up, guys?
Jack gets home from work trip. Bye. See you later.
I mean, it's alright, I had one in first class already, so.
You jerk.
I wasn't going to, but. Had an IPA and edited a video. I mean, it's pretty cool.
No, they've had dinner, they're freshly bathed, They are good to go.
What do you think, bud?
See it? What is that, Owen? Football.
What's on there? What's his name? Buc-ee. Careful how that sounds. And then you don't even know what those are. Hey, all right, here, no, give me those. You don't need those. What you need, they're easily distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys gotta share. Under the arms, that's... I haven't seen this out about, really.
Yeah, I think Bluey and Big are like the only things you could get that are different, that are the same, that they won't kill each other over.
Yeah. You want that off? The tag off? There goes the value.
All right, Boomer.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I was like, oh,